Self-direction, again, you're not going to graduate from high school or college, go work for DuPont or Exxon or GM or somebody else and retire 30 or 35 years later. Just is not going to happen. Your kids today are probably going to have 7 to 10 jobs before they're 40, most of which haven't even been invented yet. You're going to stay in one company or position for 3, 4, 5 years and then move on, either because that position has become obsolete through technology or something, or you're ready to go do something else. So self-direction to maintain your skills, advance your skills, look for opportunities, take advantage of opportunities is going to be critical to survival and doing well in careers in the 21st century. And we need to, again, try to teach that skill, that capability to kids. And then finally, the whole invention creativity piece. Particularly in the US, jobs that don't involve some degree of creativity and invention are not going to be here in this country very long. If it's routine, if it can be automated, it's not going to be done by people. And if it can be done cheaper somewhere else, and if it's just kind of a assembly line repetitive type stuff, it's not going to be done here. Even assembly line work in the US now is self-directed, creative. Most of the modern assembly lines, everybody on the line has the ability to shut that line down. They have the ability and are encouraged to, if they see if there's something wrong or if there's a better way to do it or a way to improve something, management expects them to step up and do it. So encouraging that in students in 21st century education is going to be crucial. And right now, again, we do a very lousy job of doing that. So that's kind of the outlook or the general layout of what we mean when we say 21st century skills. Where do they come from? They've come from business. We've asked businesses, we educators, what are you looking for in people coming out of high school into the workforce or out of college into the workforce? We've asked colleges, what are you looking for? And these are the things that they're talking about. Saying if they don't have this when they come to us, they're already behind, and we don't have the time or money to train them in this. This is the fad part of it. The fancier the diagram, the better chance it's some high-powered company with lots of money who's looking to make more money. This is from Partnership for 21st Century Skills, and this is their framework of learning and 21st century learning. And the 21st century skill piece of this is over here in the life and career skills, learning and innovation skills, information media, and technology skills. And then go to the next one. And this is how they break them out. And you'll see a lot of common with the 5 that we came up with. I can't read this without my glasses. But so again, creativity and innovation, the critical thinking and problem solving, the collaboration and communication. Under the information, media, and technology, again, information media, they include media literacy as a separate category, and then somehow come up with information communications and technology literacy. But I guess the more skills you have, the more you can charge people to teach them how to do it. Again, under the life skills, initiative and self-direction, leadership and responsibility, flexibility, social and cross-cultural skills. Like I said, you're going to be dealing with people all over the globe on work teams. You're not going to be dealing with just the people in your little hometown or in your office.
Randy, have you got handouts with each slide?
No, but this, if you Google Partnership for or just 21st Century Skills, that'll be one of the first ones that pops up. For the content, Colorado content areas, they're on the CDE website. I think it's one of the, when you go to the home page, it's one of the most common. So,
Thank you.
next slide. This is out of that content document from CDE. It's a little hard to read, but I want to show how, at least here in Colorado, we've incorporated these 21st century skills into the content areas. There's a lot of discussion when we started. Is this kind of a separate area that we need to teach as 21st century skills and assess them that way? Or is it something that's really part of the content again? And again, the conclusion and the consensus was, no, it's not this separate thing. It's really part of the content area. And it's, again, how you use that content in your life. So the way these, and this is true for all 12 or 13 content areas and all the standards in them. They're broken out generally by, well, this is just a template, but what the standard is. We have a definition for what do we expect a high school graduate, somebody that's ready for the workplace or college, what skills he or she would be able to demonstrate. High school and grade level expectations. We start preschool, go up through high school, preschool through 8th grade. They're all grade level expectations. When we get to high school in math and science, it's broken out more by subjects. So there'll be geometry, there'll be algebra, there'll be number theory, standards. In science, there's science, physical science, life sciences. In the social studies and the English language arts, it's still 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. So there'll be a statement of the content or concepts and the skills that the student should master, what the evidence outcomes are for that, how do you know the kid has mastered that, and then over here will be 21st century competencies. Inquiry, relevance and application, and the nature of the discipline. And let's go to the next one. I've got 3 examples just to give you a taste of what this 21st century piece looks like. The first one is from the reading, writing, communicating content area. The concept and student that we're talking about here is up here. Interpreting and evaluating complex informational texts require the understanding of rhetoric, critical reading, and analysis skill. That's the skill that we want the student to be able to demonstrate mastery of. Here are the tasks that a student can do to demonstrate that. But over in the 21st century skills piece, we want them to be able to ask and answer questions like, or be aware of the fact that under the relevance piece, that civil engineers interpret legislative and legal terms as they construct bridges, roads, and reservoirs. Kid says, why do I need to learn all this gobbledygook in legal language? I want to be an engineer and build bridges. Well, this is the kind of stuff that we're trying to get them to understand. That in the nature of reading, writing, and communicating, that strong readers think about what they read and apply what? Background knowledge. Okay? It's not just what you're reading, but what else do you know? One of my favorite examples of that, the importance of that content knowledge to be a fluent reader, is from E.D. Hirsch's book of, I think it was The Knowledge Gap. And he has a passage that says, Smith sacrificed and advanced the runner.